welcome to our podcast, Breastfeeding Secrets. Today we are talking about a very common topic, and it came about because of a question from Jessica Grimes. She asked basically if we could help answer why every time that she goes to kind of sit down and breastfeed her baby, she totally has that sensation where she just wants to doze off and fall asleep right away. And it doesn't matter what time of day it is, even at night, all the time basically. And her question is, why does this happen? So we've actually titled our podcast as The Phenomenon of Sleepiness, Unraveling Why Breastfeeding Moms Feel So Sleepy, okay? And I myself, I'm the mother of three kids now, but I did breastfeed all of them. My first one for 1 year and my other two for 2 years each. So I definitely know about this. And in fact, it was one of those things that I really tried to fight off at the beginning. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that. So to start off, I just want to let you know that breastfeeding is beautiful, okay? It's an essential bonding experience between a mother and a baby. However, many breastfeeding moms do have this same sensation, and they find themselves battling with overwhelming fatigue and sleepiness during nursing sessions. Probably because that's the time when you kind of sit down and take the time to relax, okay? You're not doing a gazillion other things because you have to physically kind of like sit down, right? So in a way as well, I do think that it's like a signal to your body like, okay, now is a safe space to sleep. But we're talking a little bit more about the kind of like ins and out of it. So stay tuned so you can hear more about that. So what I'm going to talk about now is 6 points that go on that are like various factors that contribute to that common occurrence, okay? And we're going to explore what induces this like drowsiness, because that's how I can explain it. It's like physically, you cannot fight it. It's like, oh my God, I have to fall asleep. So number one is going to be prolactin and oxytocin levels. And now those are two key elements, okay, of milk production. Prolactin is actually what's going to help to produce milk in your body, and oxytocin is what releases that milk, okay? So it kind of like is the letdown effect, basically the eject effect, okay? So both those hormones have like a common effect on the mother and the baby as oxytocin is released, okay? As soon as your baby latches on and starts to suckle, that oxytocin is going to be released so that the baby can have their letdown to be able to drink their milk, okay? And that's what causes that natural kind of drowsiness and relaxation and sleepiness, okay? And that's why it usually happens right as you sit down and you latch your baby, okay? Number two is physical and emotional exhaustion. And breastfeeding is much more than just breastfeeding, right? You're doing so many other things, right? You are taking care of your baby. You are also changing diapers, cleaning the house, taking care of other kids, working, doing so many different things. So that physical and emotional kind of like activity that you're having day in, day out, which doesn't seem to stop at all, also creates a toll in your body to be able to become to that level where it's like exhausted, where anytime you sit down, you kind of like fall asleep. That's why you can't make it even through the first 5 minutes of a movie, never mind a nursing session, right? The other thing that I wanted to mention is that we naturally have something installed in our system, which is called the circadian rhythm. And you might have heard of this before because we talk about it a lot in regards to when babies will be able to kind of sleep longer stretches through the night. So the circadian rhythm is basically something that your body naturally has, which or develops basically over time, that lets your body know that it's time to sleep. Like it's nighttime, it's time to sleep, okay? But because you have that disrupted so much from getting up through the night to take care of your baby or all the other things that you might be doing through the night, other children, things like that, then that natural circadian rhythm is disrupted. So your body is kind of like out of whack, same as a baby, and can't really distinguish between day and night and when you should be able to go to sleep, okay? Those cycles do return back again once you kind of like have more of a structured sleep pattern again. So don't worry, it's not like you're never going to be able to know when your body's never going to know when it needs to sleep. It will develop that again as well. So I wanted to let you know that this podcast is sponsored by Mommyz Love, which is my own company. I'm the founder of the company, and we specialize in developing products for breastfeeding moms to help them and support them along their breastfeeding journey so that it's a lot more practical for them. So you can check some of our products out and some of the other things that we have going on at imakemilk.com, as well as all of our social media channels as well. You can see all of those on our website as well. So I hope that you'll check them out and you'll get some cool ideas and advice in regards to some of the products that we have and how they can help support you along your breastfeeding journey. So number 4 is going to be relaxation response and lower blood sugar levels. And here what we're talking about basically is how breastfeeding triggers a relaxation response in the mother and the baby. Okay, both of those. And we've heard about that term, like when the baby is like milk drunk as well, and they go to sleep so easily. You're like, God, I put him down in his crib, he'll never go to sleep. Put him on the boob, he has a little bit, and then he's knocked out of it. Well, again, that's because of those relaxation responses that are both our bodies have when they're kind of like bonding together. And that happens as well because of lower blood sugar levels as well, which can induce that calmness and relaxation. And that happens during that time when you're breastfeeding as well. So that can contribute to those fatigue feelings. Number 5 is going to be increased energy expenditure. And you might be like, what do you mean by that? Well, we have additional expenditure of our energy that we don't really know. We don't normally have basically, which is when our body is making milk. And you might have heard of it before, but our body actually takes an extra 300 to 500 calories a day just to be able to produce milk for your baby. So that's like a training session at your gym or a spinning session. So just alone the demands of making the milk is going to make you more tired. And on top of that, taking care of your baby and doing all the other things that we mentioned that also contribute towards exhaustion. Now, number 6 is going to be hormonal changes and sleep regulation. So during pregnancy and breastfeeding, you'll see that a woman's sleep patterns are kind of like different. That also can be because of estrogen and progesterone levels, which fluctuate and can disrupt the quality and the duration of your sleep as well. So because you're not sleeping as well, you're going to be more exhausted during the day as well. And that's when you want to kind of tend to doze off when you have any given moment where you're sitting down type of thing. I also wanted to share my own testimonial in regards to this topic and sleepiness because I mentioned at the beginning that I used to really fight it off, okay? So I kind of learned with time that maybe it was a signal from my body. So what I would do is I would pick out like a specific uh, nursing session of the day. Usually what I would do is like when I would kind of have all the things that I needed to have done in the morning, and then after lunch, when my baby would have one of his bigger feeding sessions as well, I would take the advantage and kind of set up everything in my bed, kind of like as if I was co-sleeping. So everything would be co-sleeping safe, following those guidelines. And then I would do side laying position, latch on my baby, and that's when I would take a nap during the day. And it made a huge difference in how I felt in the afternoon and in the evening, where I was able to kind of like recharge my battery a little bit more and be able to kind of like make it through the end of the day. So I would also encourage you to maybe do that, see which time of the day works out better for you so that you can take a little quick power nap, whether it's like 20 minutes or 30 minutes, and you'll see what a huge difference it makes to your day. Now, if you are a mom that you feel that this is happening way too much and it's like really starting to interfere with your daily activities where you just feel like you want to sleep all day long, I would also recommend maybe looking into a natural herbal supplement. There's lots of them out there that are safe for breastfeeding. In fact, we have one on our website. And today I want to share a 20% off discount so you can try it and check it out. It's called Lactation and Energy Support Supplement. We have a special link that I'm going to include below in the footnotes of this podcast. So you can have a 20% off discount and you can try out that product. We have some amazing testimonials and reviews in regards to moms that have seen a huge difference in not only their milk production, because it also helps with having a nice, healthy, abundant milk production, but also their energy levels and their emotional levels as well. So you can read more about that on our website to check it out. And like I said, on the footnotes, you will find that link to take you directly to our website and to the discount there as well. Now, I hope that you've enjoyed this podcast. I can't wait to hear your feedback and your comments. Please, we'd love to know any other tips or testimonials that you have there so we can journey together along our breastfeeding experience and so that we can encourage each other, motivate each other to keep on going along and keep on going strong. You have a great day, Days. So I also wanted to share an extra tip, which is to make sure that you're really hydrated throughout the day. Make sure you have a cup water with you. It doesn't just have to be water if you find it boring. Make sure that you're drinking like a nice herbal tea or something like that, basically to keep you hydrated. Remember that you are making lots of breast milk And that also requires extra water intake from your body. And you'll see a huge difference. When I have one of those days where I haven't had a lot of water, I definitely feel the difference. Water intake makes a huge difference. Make sure that you start early on during the day so that you're hydrated throughout the entire day steadily, rather than in the afternoon remembering and starting to jug down lots of water, okay? That will make a huge difference. If you can take vitamin B12 as well, that also helps to boost your energy and to kind of relieve a little bit of that groggy feeling, especially when you've had one of those hard nights. So always have some vitamin B12 gummies or something like that that you can have handy. And then that way you can kind of improve those energy levels. Especially, I would recommend that on the nights when you've had really long nights and you've had very interrupted sleep. I hope that helps, mamas. Bye.
Thank you for listening. If you liked this podcast, we would love for you to be part of our Facebook group at Mommyz Love Facebook link, and our VIP club, where you can subscribe for free coupons, discounts, and offers of breastfeeding and baby products. We look forward to being part of what we believe will be the most rewarding and amazing journey of your life.